I begin my journey to a sacred mountain in Japan for an overnight stay in a temple. I packed only the essentials into my backpack. I had my usual morning and took my time. I didn't rush to leave my apartment or try to beat the crowd. The Japan I love is not a hurried one. It's moving slow enough to notice in-between moments, a glimpse of something I wouldn't have witnessed if I was rushing or in a hurry. There's something really beautiful about a journey and the transformation that happens between one place and another. Somewhere along the way, tall buildings transformed into ancient, towering evergreens. I take a cable car up the mountain, and the first thing I notice is how still, quiet, and fresh the air is. I find my way to Fuganin Temple, where I'll be staying the night, attending a morning prayer and sharing in on the vegetarian, locally grown meals of the monks. I came to Kōya-san for the stillness, not to chase sights, but to become part of a collective calm, to seek an atmosphere, not an activity, and to observe a daily life different from my own. I made it to Kōya-san and to my room at my temple stay. I'm already feeling so inspired. This tatami room and just the mountain air and this warm green tea is just setting up the atmosphere for a really great trip ahead. I'm just going to take it really slowly and really calmly and just let my feet take me where they go. I just got back in from the tour at Okunoin Cemetery, and it was definitely fascinating. My favorite part was when we got to the very top. We were with two of the monks, and they recited the Heart Sutra, and it was actually the first time that I've ever heard the Heart Sutra out loud, and to hear the two of the monks reciting it together with like rhythm and pitch, it was just like, yeah, a very special moment. I have the book with me that I was reading on the train, so I think I'm just going to have a quiet night, do some reading. I also have my travel journal with me, so I'm going to do some reflecting and then, yeah, head to sleep because morning prayer begins at 7 a.m. So see you bright and early. I made a new friend from Australia and we walked to Okunoin in the daylight together. The Japanese cedars that were planted by monks hundreds of years ago stood so majestic in the morning light, and the soft green moss that was covering all the stones set the tone for a really peaceful morning walk. It was really nice to have some company and get to learn about someone else's path to Kōya-san. I don't try to see everything while I'm here, but instead I try to take my time and look for new ways of seeing things. It's definitely a contrast to the pace of city life in Osaka. And honestly, sometimes slowing down can make me feel more anxious, but I think it's necessary so that I can actually listen to what my body's trying to say. Sometimes I forget how lucky I am to be in front of places like these ancient sacred temples, and I'm grateful for moments that let me really look. I can still smell the sweet incense I rubbed into my palms this morning when I entered the prayer hall, and it reminds me of something one of the monks asked me. He said, "Where does a lotus grow?" "In water," I said, and he says, "Yes, but first the flower must grow through the mud." And I remembered an image from my vision board this past year that read, "No mud, no lotus." And it felt like this perfect reminder that even when a season feels heavy, something beautiful is still forming.
Canvas today. We'll soon be arriving at our last stop, Kōya Station.
Thanks for joining me on this more quiet vlog. I'm really glad you're here, and I'll see you next time.